So, this is a video is called Shout Out to My Commonwealth Brethren. My Commonwealth Brethren back in the UK, back in England, all over the UK. I love it all. And my friends in Australasia, well, Australia, New Zealand, I do have a couple of people that have contacted me from those areas. First of all, I apologise to a point that a lot of these brands, unknown brands and sort of unheralded models that I'm showing are unavailable in the UK and the US. I have a similar frustration when I watch certain videos, and when I watch the videos by the great British YouTubers, you know, Crimson. I don't see Crimson guitars over here at all. I know you can order them, but I haven't run across one. I don't see many Chapmans. Some of the brands they show on there, particularly the acoustic brands, we don't get over here. Farida is one of them. And then of course, you know, Sam Meeks and some of the other really good British YouTubers. They sometimes show stuff that I just can't get here. There is some crossover stuff, and so I'm aware that a lot of the brands I'm showing you, and I've had a couple of people comment and say we can't get those in the UK. I'm aware of that. When I watch Got a Ukulele, one of my favourite ukulele channels, Baz, who does that channel, does a great job. Shows a lot of ukulele models that aren't available in the US. Don't see them anywhere, and of course I'm showing a lot of ukulele models that aren't available there. But there are some crossover, and I'm going to work on it. I'm going to try to bridge that gap, and it might work in a couple of ways, and I'll explain myself. Here's a Correa. Okay, this is distributed in Australia. I had a few of them. This is my last one left. I'm not buying any more because the shipping just kills me. I bought a bunch of them with an eye to buying more, and I decided against it because the shipping just kills all the profit margin on the guitar. It's a nice solid cedar top guitar, but I can get equivalent stuff here that I'm not paying, you know, $50, $60, $80 to ship. So that was a one-time thing. I don't see repeating it. I did also show a couple of other Australian guitars that are readily available in Australia, I should say. G-Great, I know they're all Chinese, but G-Great does a lot of distribution in Australia. I did show you a couple of Dolphin model guitars with the dolphins. You remember one of my early videos. I can get those in the US. I can set those up. I haven't got any lately. But the whole G-Great line I can't get. There's only a couple of models that I ever see. It's the same for other things like K-Pop. I only ever see one or two models. We don't get the whole line like you do in Australia. So I'm going to try to find ways to get instruments that are relevant to you folks in the UK and Australia, New Zealand. On occasion, I can't do it very often, but I hope that there will be examples of guitars I can get. I have a lot of contacts, but it's the shipping that's hard to get around. There are some things that I've done on this channel that do overlap. I did do one or two videos on guitars from Thomann. Well, they were all Harley Bentons. I know that's relevant to the UK because I know a lot of the UK YouTubers are doing videos on them as well. And I've got a lot of great information from those folks doing videos on them. So that does cross over. Unfortunately, I know in the UK, and I suspect in Australia as well, you can't get stuff from Rondo Music, which is a big shame. I'm not sure if they will actually ship worldwide. I'll have to check on that, but it's probably cost prohibitive anyway. It's a shame because I've done a lot of good videos on Douglas guitars, particularly their archtops, hollow bodies. I've done videos, I think I've done a video on Agile and SX maybe. Those brands are like Harley-Bent, and they're great value if you can set them up. They come rough, but once you set them up, you get a lot of guitar for the money. And it's too bad that you can't take advantage of that in the UK. I'm not sure if they're going to correct that. Maybe they don't need to. It'd be nice if they went worldwide because, if you could get the shipping cheap enough, I think folks in the UK would jump on them, particularly the Agile guitars, which I think are exceptionally good for the money. Also Monoprice, which is, I've done a couple of videos on guitars, the Idlewild acoustic guitars, and also the Indio, their new series of electric guitars, and I don't think you can get those in the UK either, which is a shame. Again, a lot of guitar for the money, but you need to be able to do or have access to someone who can do setup. So some of these big mail order places are not available in the UK, and I know it's frustrating to watch a video that you can't you can't share it because you have no access to that particular instrument. There are other things that you think you can't get that you might be able to. Some of the ukulele off-brand stuff that I've been showing, and one or two guitars as well. If you look on eBay UK, some of the sellers that are offering them here in the US actually do have a UK presence as well. The thing is, they don't always list them by the brand logo on the top of the guitar or the model number. Sometimes they'll just put solid spruce concert ukulele, and it'll be one of those Larkies or one of the high ukuleles that I've been talking about. So the labeling is off, and sometimes they even put unbranded on the actual title of the ad, and then when you go to look at the pictures, it'll be some logo up here that you've never heard of. So sometimes it won't come up in searches, but if you go to UK eBay UK or even Amazon UK and just look up solid top ukuleles or spruce ukuleles or mahogany ukuleles, koa, whatever wood that you're interested in, sometimes they will pop up. Some of these places do have a presence over there. It's just hard to find. And occasionally also you will find some stuff being sold privately. I actually saw a Douglas hollow body, which is from Rondo Music, on the eBay UK site. Somebody had picked one up over here, took it back over there, or possibly had it shipped by a friend, and decided to sell it or move it on. So sometimes you don't think you can get something, but you might be able to. Occasionally I'll watch a video of somebody and I'll think to myself, there's no way I can get that. I don't think I can get that in the US. But then if I look, if I do a damn good look, that I can find a source for them, or I can find a listing for them, or they come up in a few months. A few weeks ago, I started seeing videos about flight ukuleles on British ukulele YouTube sites like Got a Ukulele, and didn't think you'd get them in the US. But recently I've started seeing them cropping up, and I found a source from them. They're made by the same people, or at least distributed by the same people, maybe not made in the same factories, but who make the Cremona Workshop classical guitars that I've talked about. So sometimes it takes a while for things to filter through to either market, and you can find them. So I just thought I'd do a shout out in this video to my brothers and sisters in the UK and also in Australia and Europe. I know I get people from Europe watching some of these videos as well. Some of this stuff you won't be able to get, some you don't know you can get it, but you might be able to. And I will work on providing more content that has relevance to you there. There is a chance also at some point. I'm a Brit. I'm still a British citizen. I've lived in the US a long time. I have a family over here and everything. But I've always had an eye on returning back to the UK. You know, at some point. So there's a good chance that you know, at some point in the future, I may pack up and head back over there and start operations over there as well. So, you know, bear with it. I'll try to provide a lot of content. Obviously, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing videos on, I've done videos on Alvarez, Ibanez, Cork guitars. They're all available in the UK and the US as well. So there are lots of things that I talk about. Teton guitars, I think you can get over there. You know, and other things that I've done videos on over the last year. So hang with it. I'll try to improve the crossover content and maybe even find a few models that I can find a way to get here and include stuff, UK market, Australia market stuff as well. And of course, I always appreciate the feedback from you people. And if you know, have any inroads or know any avenues by which to get this stuff, let me know. And you know, sharing information is what this is all about. So I know that's 2 waffle videos in a row, so kind of catch up admin type stuff. I'll get back to the instruments next time. See you then.